Welcome everybody to practice. We're going to start in downward facing dog. And come right to down dog. Spread the fingers. And then lean into the breath. Find Ujjayi in and out through the nose. And just feel what is essentially a forward fold here, that softening of the mind, blood flowing to the brain, and the nervous system slowing down. It might actually be better or easier to draw into the moment. Starting in your down dog. Soften the neck. Wrap the triceps in. Maybe close the eyes. Take another breath in. And then ripple forward to a hover tabletop and bring your knees down. And then just sit back to child's pose. And then inhale, come to tabletop, curl the toes, hover the knees. Exhale, press back to dog. Inhale, tabletop. You can add on a cow and then round, sit back, child. So flowing through that, inhale, cow pose, curl the toes, hover the knees, lift the sitting bones, press back to dog. And then move through that 3 more times. At your own pace. And then we'll meet in child's pose. Just sit the hips back, third eye center down. Turn the palms up. And use this time to just settle into the stillness or set an intention. Receive and give what it is that you want to contribute to your practice. And then slowly come up just into tabletop here. And then inhale, find a neutral spine, extend your right leg back. Left arm forward, lift the belly, bird dog, inhale. Bring the knee down. We're going to take our right hand to our right heel and then draw your hips forward. Find a half camel as we twist, exhale. And then bring your left arm forward, right leg back, inhale. And then same side, right hand, right heel. Lift the chest. Hand down, right leg back, inhale. Knee down, right hand to heel. Lift up, exhale. And inhale, extend, lift the belly. And exhale, open up to the right. Good, bring your hands down. Inhale, cow. And exhale, round cat. Find a neutral spine. And then left leg back. Right arm forward. Try not to sag through that left hip or shoulder. Lengthen the low back. Take a full breath in. Left knee down. You can sit back a little and then left hand to heel as you lift the hips. And then inhale, left leg back. Knee down, exhale, open left. 3 more. So that right arm stays extended the whole time. Bicep to ear. 2 more. Notice if you clench the jaw through that bird dog shape, try to soften. Last one. And then come back to tabletop. Just find a cow, inhaling. Round, exhaling. Maybe sit back to heels, but take it right to down dog. Exhale. You can sway the hips or pivot on the balls of the feet to turn the heels right and left. And then come back to center there. Stretch your right leg out. Knee to nose. And then step right heel to thumb, runner's lunge. Look forward, light on your fingertips. And then inhale, supported warrior 3. You can keep a bend in the right knee. And then exhale, step back, push the mat away, and sweep your right leg up. And that's essentially it. 4 more. Knee to chest, step down. Inhale, lengthen, lift the spine and left leg up. And then exhale, step back, push the mat away. Try not to scrape the heel as you sweep it up high and keep the internal rotation. 3 more. Step down. Inhale, lift, shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands. Down dog splits. And on that 5th one, come to your warrior 3. And then tap your left knee to your calf. Keep your fingers down or thumbs to heart and just lift the chest a little bit. And then step back to runner's lunge and then sweep your right leg up. 5 more. Step it down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tap the calf, thumbs to heart. 4 more. Inhale, down dog splits. Exhale, step it forward. First, lengthen, inhale. Then tap the calf, thumbs to heart. Inhale, extend. Plant the palms, leg up and back. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And then step back to dog. And then draw your right hip back. Draw your left hip back as well. Just breathe into the back of the leg and down dog. Broaden the low back as you internally rotate the thighs. But don't knock the knees in. Draw inner to outer knee. And then press the top thighs back. And then second side, float your left leg up there. And then step between your hands, runner's lunge. Take a moment, come to your fingertips there, inhale. And then just walk your fingertips forward, lift the right leg from the sitting bone, exhale. Plant the palms, sweep the leg up, inhale. 4 more. Step it forward and down, exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, runner's lunge, 2 down dog splits. Take a breath in. Step it forward. Lift the right leg up, supported warrior 3. And then sweep it up and back. Adding on, step it forward, inhale. Supported warrior 3, exhale. Put more weight back into the left heel. Tap your right knee to left calf, maybe thumbs to heart. And then inhale, supported warrior 3. Down dog splits. Try not to scrape the heel. Inhale. 5 more. Step down. Lengthen out. Tap the calf, maybe thumbs to heart. Inhale. And then plant the palms. Sweep up. 4 more. Find your core. If you feel anything in the low back, bend the standing knee more. And just don't lift up in that final bit there. Maybe hands to blocks. Left 2. As you lift the leg, feel right under the sitting bone turn on. Softening the upper portion of the glutes. To free up the low back. Last one. And then just step back to downward facing dog. And walk your feet to your hands. Come into a forward fold there. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. And grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. You can have a little soft bend at the knees. And then get your heads down. Bend the knees there and just roll up to stand. Stretch your arms up. Pull the belly back and look up. Thumbs to heart. Inhale, fly the arms up. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Step back to plank. Hinge forward, lift the belly, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Down dog, exhale. Look to the hands there, inhale. Step or hop, exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, Ardha. Step or hop, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Down dog, exhale. One more sunny. Forward gaze, bend the knees, inhale. Feet to hands, exhale. Reset the spine long, look up. Keep that as you fold, drop the head. All the way up, breath in. And bend the knees, chair pose, breath out. Just work your sitting bones down, and then side ribs up. Gaze forward, maybe up. Take an inhale. Hold forward, exhale. Inhale, extend. Chaturanga, step or hop. And just take it through your vinyasa there. Stretch your right leg out, bend the knee and open the hip. if you want more, you can bring the left elbow down. Maybe straighten that right leg. And come right to side plank on the left hand, just opening to the right side body here. Hug your left shoulder in the socket. You can keep the right leg floating, single-legged plank. Inhale, hinge forward, chaturanga. Knee to nose. Chaturanga. Knee to nose. Chaturanga. Knee to nose, and then step your foot between your hands. Just drop your hips for this first one here. Lift the chest. And then exhale, come to easy twist. Take an inhale there. On your exhale, come to wild thing. Step behind. Now drop your hips and bring your right elbow to your knee. And if it's okay on the left wrist, lift the hips and tap right hand to foot. Yeah. And then we'll come right back to wild thing to then find the transition back to top of mat. Now inhale the crescent lunge, but bend your back knee and then straighten your back knee as you come halfway forward. Arrow lunge. Good, get your left hand down. Inhale, we're gonna go right through that again. That wild thing to sit and tap elbow to knee or hand to foot. To inhale, wild thing. Bypassing side plank to transition, exhale, step forward. Inhale, as you come up, crescent lunge, bend the left knee, maybe tap it. And then straighten halfway forward. 3 more, inhale, wild thing. Exhale, sit, elbow to knee or hand to foot. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, step. Crescent lunge, breath in, bend back knee. Arrow lunge, breath out. Twice more. See how fluidly you can move through. You might hover the right foot before it comes down. Last one. And then come into arrow lunge. And then sweep your arms forward there. Hug your upper arms back. Lengthen your side ribs out. And then hug your right hip in. Take another full breath. Get your hands down. Step the back foot in for pyramid. Inhale, extend the spine. Look up. Fold forward, exhale. Put more weight into the right foot. And then find more length to the right side body. Stay or take it to a cross-legged variation of Prasarita. So spin the blade edges of feet. You're crossed above the knees. Spin your right. Inhale and then fold over the legs. Curl your toes to the knees to protect the knees. Drop your head. Feel that ability to curl the belly back as you squeeze the thighs together. And then come back to pyramid. Now get your hands down and float your right leg back to downward facing dog. And I want you to hover the right foot, toes and heels in line. And then high on the ball of the left foot and see how far forward you can bring your foot right through the center line. Back to hover, inhale, toes, heels in line. High and ball, left foot, wrap the triceps down and draw that right foot forward as you lift the thigh bone up. Back to hover, inhale. And then hover the foot, think shin forward and up. And then step the foot down, lift the left leg. And this should feel familiar. You're back in that supported warrior 3, but your hands are down, so bend your right knee as much as you need to. And then from here, we're gonna just come light on the toes of the right foot. And then 5 to 6, I want you to hop and switch your legs. Hop and switch your legs. And get your pelvis over your shoulders. Find that pelvic control. Or just keep it low and try to land more and more forward, less back. So you're finding that belly crunch as you lower the leg down. Think chin to shin. And then just step back there, take a vinyasa. Downward facing. All right, guys, second side. Stretch your left leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. And stay, if you want more, right elbow down. Or straighten your leg. Good. Take an inhale right to side plank. So lift the elbow if it's down. Shoulder over wrist. Sweep your left bicep to ear and lift through that right hip. But then roll your left hip towards the center line of the mat slightly. Single-legged plank. Inhale. Hinge forward. Chaturanga. To knee to nose. Twice more. Chaturanga. Inhale. Knee to nose. Chaturanga. Knee to nose. And then step that foot down. Soften the right knee down. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, pivot to blade edges of feet. You can just step behind that right leg. Unfurl the heart, but then sit right away. And then elbow towards knee or tap your hand to foot. To transition, look down, left knee to chest, step forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Bend into the right knee as you lift. Exhale, straighten the right knee as you come halfway forward. So 4 more of those. Right hand down, wild thing. To sit, tap. To transition, runner's lunge. Find your core, shoulder stability. Crescent lunge with a bent back knee. Front ribs back, halfway forward. 3 more. Inhale, big arc. Exhale, contract, compress, tap. Inhale, hug into center line, step forward, and then exhale, bent knee crescent. Inhale, exhale, arrow. 2 more. Come back to the breath. Let that be your guide more than the movement being your main concern or focus. We'll meet in our arrow lunge. Stretch your arms forward. Notice the left hip, it wants to jet out. Hug it in. Hug your arm bows now towards your hips. Knit the front ribs towards the back ribs. Take a full breath. Get your hands down, just step the back foot in for pyramid. First, lengthen out, soften the left knee, look up. Now fold, exhale. You're welcome to stay or pivot to your left 90 degrees. Left knee is crossed, or thigh is crossed above the knee as you fold. Give it a little back release. And then back to pyramid there. See if you can plant the hands and then hover the foot first, and then just step back to dog. Coming to hover, toes and feet together, heels together rather. Hover your left thigh bone right up. Keep the toes and heels aligned. Wrap your triceps in. Now come high in the ball, your right foot. So you're plugging your left thigh bone up. See how forward you can take it. You can take your shoulders forward. Back to hover. Inhale, high on ball, right foot. Keep lifting the left thigh bone up, then track it forward. Exhale. Pause. Down dog. Inhale, hover left, high on ball right, and then leg forward. Keep the neck long. Now step it down. Float your right leg up. So for this one, same thing, or you have an option to hop and switch, and then come to warrior three. Hands down, hop and switch. Warrior three. So just going to challenge that balance element of lifting up halfway. Try to land light. I feel the coordination of shoulders and really core and hips. And getting the hips more and more over the shoulders and landing slow as possible. When you're ready, Vinyasa, step back, float back. And then hop through to a seat, just lie down, take a little breather there. Extend your right arm with the palm down off your mat, shoulder level. Take your knees to your chest, and then come to your right hip, left hand behind your head. And then I want you to extend the legs and then lift up, extend the legs, lift up. So two of those, low boat, arms overhead, hover, second side. Left hip, extend and tap for two. Low boat, right arm out, tap for two. Pause in that low boat. Don't just bypass it or do like a drive-by. Keep going. And on the left, I want you to come to knees to chest, hands behind your head. Open your legs in a V, legs wide. Curl in, elbows to knees. And then inhale, legs, shins parallel, knees over hips. Lift just the torso, isolate the legs, Navasana. Lift the low back, and then lower down, legs wide, head down. Exhale, curl, lift the hips. Knees at 90. Inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, lower the torso. So alternating, legs wide, inhale. Knees and curl on top. Track knees over hips. Inhale, lift torso. And if you want, you can straighten the legs. And then exhale, roll down slowly. And notice if it's more momentum. Or if you can take it one vertebrae at a time. Enable the spine. Let's do 3 more. Two more. Come up to Navasana, lift the low back. Maybe open the legs. Lift the chin. And then roll back. Nicely done. Take it to your flow. Downward facing dog. And then open your knees wide, step your feet a little more apart there, and just come to Malasana at the back of the mat. And then get your hands down. Come to the balls of your feet here. Wrap your upper arms in. And then you might just come light on the toes, put more weight towards the fingertips. And then heels down, lift the torso up. So we're not going to do frog hops. We're actually going to work on getting more weight in the hands and just legs out. All right, so it's like this little straddle out. And then come into Malasana in between. So you might just work on getting hands down, lighter on the feet. Keep the neck long, shoulders away from ears. Heels down, Malasana. Or legs out, hips over shoulders. You can hold that if you want. Take 3 more. Malasana pose. Come right to a forward fold. And then clasp your hands behind your back. You might take your knuckles to the left there. Hug your right hip back. And through center. Take your knuckles to the right. Maybe bend your right knee. And then release your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Nice to stand. And then thumbs to heart. Now open to the side of the mat here. Wide-legged, straddle. And then just bend your right knee, kind of skaters. And then sweep your arms forward and then back. So the forward arms, you feel the weight. Draw towards the heel. When you bring your arms back, you'll feel the weight draw towards the toes. But keep sticking your butt out way behind you there. Last 3, 2, 1. Bend your left knee. Maybe hands to heart. Left sitting bone back, spine forward, lift the belly. And then arms forward, sweep them back and forward. Just feel that transfer of weight, especially in that left foot, that left outer glute and hip working hard. As you lengthen the spine out and just kind of cantilever the torso. Last 3, 2, 1. And then inhale up. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lift the chest there. And then heels and toes out. Reach your arms up, interlace your fingers. And then lift your heels. Try not to over tuck the tailbone, but also don't stick your bum out too much as well. So right in between, kind of like Goldilocks, you want that perfect balance. Just 3, 2. Heels down. Nicely done. Straighten the legs there. Prasarita, any variation of the arms, hands to hips, pour forward. Just take 3 full breaths, whatever variation you're going in. Two more full breaths. One more. And then inhale to a flat back. I want you to turn your right foot out and come into Skandasana. I want you to find it with the heel lifted. So you're on your fingertips here, and you're framing your right thigh. If you find your balance, maybe one hand at heart or both. Hands down. Let's just find the second side. So crawl it over there. And then lift the heel up. Try to upright your torso. First frame that left thigh. Lift your right quad. Maybe one hand or both. Hands down. All right, so get nice and buoyant, loosey-goosey. You're gonna need that for this next move here. This is new, this is like crazy hard, but try it. So what it is straddle pistol hops, and it's as fun as it sounds. So we're gonna come back to sitting on the heel. Remember that straddle hop out? We're gonna switch legs. So you'll get your hands down and then hop out and then bring your left foot down, sit. So that right heel comes down or not. Straddle and then switch. So your hips have to get over your shoulders to find that hover, or just do your best to kind of stealthily switch. Feel the side core. All right, land on the left foot there, and then set. Poor Lisa's gonna get decapitated by her husband. You guys need a little more room. All right, so right leg straight. Bend your left knee. Take your left hand behind you. Stretch your right arm up, and then find either inner elbow around knee or elbow outside knee and twist. So a variation of Marichasana, but keep lifting through the right side, low back here. And then look over your left shoulder. Squeeze your navel in, broaden the chest, take a full inhale. And then look over your right shoulder. We're going to come into some arm balancing. Right hand top of left foot. Get your shoulder under your knee. First find compass. I think it would be a nice way to lengthen the right side body. Turn your left hand to the side or back, but get it back as far as you can. And then open up to the right. And see that nice stretch to that right side. Gaze to the right, lift to the left side. Now you're all set up for an arm balance. Left shoulder under left knee. Hands down along the hips and back. See if you can lift your seat and float the right leg. And then cross the right ankle in front. Squeeze that right knee to left shoulder, bum back, leg straighten, 8 angle. Keep the chest buoyant, so butt back, lift the chest, squeeze the knees to arm. Straighten the arms a little just to reset the hips. And then bring the feet together. Inhale, lift the chest. And then bring elbows to knees and just open the inner thighs as you fold. Second side, inhale, look up. And then exhale, bend your right knee, left leg is straight. Right hand behind you, left arm up. Inner elbow or elbow outside knee. So you can take the inner elbow around the shin. Inhale, inflate your belly into the thigh. Exhale, push your right foot. And then lift through the crown of the head as you twist. That left hip's going to want to rotate to your right with you. Hug the frontal rim of the right hip or the left hip back. And spin the navel to the right. Inhale, the lowest border of the ribs. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. All right, left hand, right foot, top of it. Sling right knee over shoulder. Get the knee back, and that's going to open the hip here. And then get your right palm down, turn it to the right a little, maybe completely back. Just whatever works best for you, but a little bit out I think is nice on the wrist there. And then you'll twist to the left as you lift through the right side body and straighten that right leg without forcing it. Take a deep inhale. Keep knee over shoulder. Exhale. And then plant the palms down. You can always use blocks for this one. It does help you lift your seat. But you have to shorten your torso to lift the hips. Then float the left leg up. Cross that left ankle on top. Now that left knee has to clamp around the right shoulder. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And that's really key. But then heart higher than hips. Don't collapse, lift up. Straighten the arms. Bring your seat down. Bring your feet together there. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. You can interlace or bring your peace fingers around your big toes. Use your elbows to drop the thighs out. And then sitting bone back, chest forward. Inhale, sit up there. Let's find either upward plank or tabletop. So hands are forward for this one here. Lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then lift the hips. If that's too much, walk the knees in, feet in rather, bend the knees. But then keep getting the shoulder blades together to broaden the chest and then hug the belly back. Soften the upper portion of the glutes. Feel wider in the low back, less clenchy. And then bring the hips down. Inhale, arms up, straighten legs and fold forward. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. Good. Sitting bones back, inhale, extend out. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, sit up. Exhale, roll back. And then just rock and roll along your spine a few times. Come right to a standing forward fold. And then feet hip width apart. I want you to sit on your heels again. So you're in the squat. You can use blocks under your hands, but keep your heels lifted. Get your hands down, and then straighten your legs as you fold. 4 more of those. Inhale, squat. Exhale, fold. 3 more. Inhale, squat. Exhale, fold. Twice more. So phase 2, from the squat, plant the hands, shoulders over wrists, and then kick heels to butt and land back in that squat. So take 3 to 4 to 5 of those, but track your bum back, maybe pause, and then that sweet spot is really slowly coming back. There's your core. So it's not a thud. But we have to be open to thudding to get soft. Right? You might just continue to fold more weight in the hands. If you want, pause. And my handstand enthusiast, if you can get that hang time, take it to straight up and down. And that's really the last portion, right? Tip in, heels to butt, and then straighten the legs. Squeeze your glutes, knit the front ribs back, hug your upper arms in. And then slowly, and fold forward. Take a moment just to breathe consciously, release any tension. Find this deep gratitude for your body. And so much strength it takes just to challenge it. And then release the hands, whatever you have. Take an inhale and lengthen. Step back, Vinyasa. And then come all the way to your belly there. And then extend the arms. And then separate your legs a little with the forehead down, just setting up for Shalabhasana. Pubic bone down. Lift the belly. Keep the pelvis neutral. As you inhale, lift the head, the shoulders. Exhale, lift the legs, and then the arms. I like to turn my thumbs up, palms out. Take a full breath, maybe gaze forward. And then exhale, release. Plant the hands under the shoulders. Pubic bone down. Low back is long. Now curl up for cobra. So less pushing and more just spine strength and belly strength. Exhale, lower. Top thighs down, low back long. Try to hover the hands. Lift up, and then plant the hands just to brace you to come up a little higher or stay lower. Pubic bone down, top thighs down. One more. Inhale, curl the shoulders back, lift up. And then child's pose, sit back. Come back to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up and step it outside your hand. Bring your right knee down. Let's find a quad stretch. Twist your left, reach back with your left hand, find the heel. Either close. You might come to blade edge of left foot. You plant the hands and now shift your hips back, heel toe the left foot to your right so you can just find a half pigeon from here. Walk the right knee forward. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, fold. And then discern what you need here. So some days it just feels good to stay dead in the center. Some days it feels good to walk it to the right. Keeping the heaviness to the left hip. I love the reminder that as much as we want to come to our mat and knock things out and get as strong as we possibly can physically and do the fancy things, truly noticing coming to the mat and finding the power of discernment, being able to discern what it is you need. So then that can guide your intention or your movements. So regardless of what is being taught, there's still that element of having fun, not getting too caught up in your expectations or how you look or your own progress. creating a space that is very much an environment that you want to come back to over and over. Walk your hands in, so we're just set back to downward facing dog. And then step your right foot outside your hand. Bring your left knee down. Twist your right, reach with your right hand back for the quad. Linger there if you need it. Make your way to right side half pigeon. Just heel toe the foot to the left. And then track with your left toes the left knee forward. And that's going to guide your right hip back so you're neutral, the hips, level. And then fold forward from the strength of the core and the spine. And just get as heavy as you can. Whatever variation you're in, but there's still this immense power through the hips. And the breath. Just to allow those tissues to unravel. And the breath communicates to the body. To the muscles and the fascia to just let their guard down. Soften. Slowly start to make your way out. Baby here. Any last shape. Make your way into Shavasana. And then come back to the natural breath. Come back to the state of the body, the mind. And see if you can continue to do that as you leave the mat. Just noticing those little shifts and trying to continue to receive them without judgment. Lean into the breath to find a little more release and stillness. And to stoke that internal strength, internal balance. Bring your hands to your heart in gratitude. Namaste.